One of these explosions was so powerful that people heard it thousands of kilometers away. Another completely erased an entire city in just a few seconds. But the biggest explosion on this list released more energy than anyone thought was possible. These are the 10 biggest explosions ever recorded. Let's begin. On December 6, 1917, a French cargo ship loaded with nearly 3,000 tons of explosives caught fire in Halifax harbor. People gathered along the shoreline to watch, completely unaware of what was about to happen. Moments later, the ship exploded with incredible force. Nearly every building nearby was destroyed, thousands of windows shattered across the city, and the blast created a massive shockwave that could be felt for dozens of kilometers. For many years, it remained the largest man-made explosion in history. But compared to the next event on this list, it was only the beginning. In 1947, a cargo ship carrying ammonium nitrate caught fire while docked at the port of Texas City. Instead of putting the fire out immediately, workers tried to save the valuable cargo, not realizing how dangerous the situation had become. The ship exploded with such force that it launched massive pieces of steel high into the air and triggered fires throughout the entire port. A second ship exploded later the same day, making the disaster even worse. It became one of the deadliest industrial accidents in American history. But the next explosion was even more powerful and was caused by an entirely different force. In August 2020, thousands of tons of improperly stored ammonium nitrate exploded at the port of Beirut. The blast was so powerful that it created a massive shockwave visible for kilometers and left a huge crater where the warehouse once stood. Entire neighborhoods were destroyed within seconds. Buildings collapsed, windows shattered across the city, and the explosion was recorded by cameras from every direction. It became one of the largest non-nuclear explosions of the 21st century. But the next event released even more energy. In August 2015, a massive fire broke out at a hazardous chemicals warehouse in the Chinese city of Tianjin. Firefighters arrived within minutes, unaware of the enormous danger hidden inside. Moments later, two gigantic explosions lit up the night sky. The blast was so powerful that it created a fireball visible from space and damaged buildings several kilometers away. It became one of the largest industrial explosions of the 21st century. But the next explosion on this list released even more destructive power. In 1944, workers were loading ammunition onto cargo ships at the Port Chicago Naval Magazine in California. Without warning, thousands of tons of explosives detonated in a massive chain reaction. The explosion completely destroyed both ships and created a fireball that lit up the night sky. The shockwave damaged buildings more than 50 kilometers away and was detected hundreds of kilometers from the port. But the next explosion was caused by one of the most dangerous weapons ever created. In July 1945, scientists carried out the world's first successful nuclear explosion in the New Mexico desert. The blast marked the beginning of the atomic age. A blinding flash turned night into day as an enormous mushroom cloud rose high above the desert. The explosion permanently changed military history and demonstrated a level of destructive power never seen before. But the next explosion occurred during an actual war. On August 6, 1945, the first atomic bomb used in warfare exploded over Hiroshima. Within seconds, an entire section of the city disappeared beneath an enormous fireball. The intense heat, powerful blast wave, and widespread fires caused unimaginable destruction across the city. It remains one of the most significant events in modern history. But an even more powerful nuclear explosion happened just days later. 3 days after Hiroshima, a second atomic bomb exploded above Nagasaki. Although the surrounding mountains reduced some of the blast effects, the explosion still devastated large parts of the city. The event marked the second and last use of nuclear weapons in warfare. Its destructive force shocked the entire world and helped bring World War II to an end. But neither of these explosions comes close to the final two. In 1952, the United States tested the world's first full-scale hydrogen bomb on a remote Pacific island. The explosion was hundreds of times more powerful than the bombs dropped during World War II. The fireball vaporized the entire test site, leaving behind a massive crater where the island once stood. Scientists had entered a completely new era of nuclear technology. But even Ivy Mike was not the largest explosion ever created by humans. In 1961, the Soviet Union detonated Tsar Bomba, the most powerful nuclear weapon ever tested. The explosion released around 50 megatons of energy, making it the largest man-made explosion in history. The fireball stretched for several kilometers, while the mushroom cloud reached more than 60 kilometers into the atmosphere. Windows shattered hundreds of kilometers away, and the shockwave traveled around the Earth multiple times. More than 60 years later, Tsar Bomba remains unmatched in raw explosive power. From devastating industrial accidents to the most powerful nuclear tests ever conducted, these explosions changed history forever and demonstrated just how much energy can be released in a single moment. Which explosion surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Factnox for more amazing facts, incredible engineering, and unbelievable stories from around the world. See you in the next video.